Coming up in VUCast, how Vanderbilt solved a deadly medical mystery. Find out which Vandy alum is now starring on network TV. And the bowl name countdown is on. Hi, I'm Amy Wolf with VUCast. What happens when you start seeing patients getting sicker by the minute and normal treatments aren't working? Vanderbilt doctors and technicians quickly came together to solve the mystery surrounding the deadliest outbreak of fungal meningitis that's ever hit our nation. VUCast Carol Bartu takes us behind the scenes to the lab that helped solve this medical puzzle.
In her 30 years as a lab technician, Tanya Snyder had almost never seen what she saw on September 18th.
I came across a CSF culture that had a light growth of a mold, a blue-green mold.
This normally sterile spinal fluid might grow bacteria or a virus in a serious illness, but this was a worst-case scenario.
I remember saying, this just does not happen. I have not seen this in my career. I have not read about this in my career. There's something wrong here.
That vial and those results changed everything. This was the first confirmation of what would become a national health tragedy.
In and of itself, this is a nasty infection.
Reporters from all over the country, including the New York Times, highlighted Vanderbilt's key role in starting a national investigation of this deadly meningitis outbreak.
This is a very classic example of what the spore-bearing structure of Aspergillus fumigatus looks like.
Within hours, a fungus called Aspergillus was confirmed. The lab called the patient's doctor, April Pettit, and the doctor trusted the lab's unbelievable results. Pettit was alarmed when she learned her patient had received a steroid injection for back pain at another hospital. This was a likely source of the infection.
And her additional action of evaluating all of the evidence that we had and contacting public health authorities, I believe, is really critical to what will ultimately be found in the form of saving many lives.
Vanderbilt's work became the medical investigative blueprint for other institutions as the New England Journal of Medicine requested an article be written immediately. Officials have now shut down the New England compounding pharmacy they say is the source of the tainted medication.
I feel proud that Vanderbilt had the unique combination of findings and skills and awareness and compassion.
Snyder says she hopes there is an opportunity within this tragedy.
In this case, it was an important piece of the puzzle to solve, and I'm just glad I was there to be able to help any small way that I could.
For VUCast, I'm Carol Bartu.
The CDC reports more than 500 cases of fungal meningitis nationwide. Follow the latest science work happening here at Vanderbilt on news.vanderbilt.edu/research. As you can see behind me, progress at College Halls at Kassam is going incredibly well. Check out the progress.
CNN projects that Barack Obama will be re-elected president of the United States.
If you're like me and the millions of others, you were glued to your TV or computer on election night. So when a network called a state for President Obama or Mitt Romney, who made that decision? It takes an incredibly intelligent and savvy decision desk, and one of those seats belongs to a Vandy professor.
Well, I'm a professor of political science at Vanderbilt University, and I have a PhD in political science from Stanford and a master's in statistics from Stanford, as well as economics in Stanford, so this is kind of what I do.
See the whole story on NBCnews.com. There always seems to be a Vanderbilt connection, and now NBC's Today Show has a unique one. Alum Willie Geist just joined the Today Show as co-host of the 9 a.m. hour.
And he joins us in the studio. Willie Geist, good to have you here.
Anne-Marie Owens gives us Geist's trip home to Vandy.
Is this the Hustler?
This is the Hustler.
Oh my
It's
God.
quite different.
It might not look the same, but for Vandy alum Willie Geist, it's a place that brings back memories.
I tried briefly to walk on the basketball team here. That didn't go well. So I figured, well, the closest I'm going to get is to write about it. And so I started doing that and absolutely loved it. How you doing?
Willie, Chris Carroll. Good to see
Chris,
you.
Willie, good to see you.
Geist began covering sports for the Vanderbilt Hustler in 1993. He became contributing editor his senior year, which gave him the opportunity to write an occasional column on the topic of his choice.
Well, as we have mentioned, we are so delighted to welcome Willie Geist to our family on his first official day as the co-host of our third hour.
The 1997 Vanderbilt graduate knew he wanted to work on the national broadcast media stage. Geist quickly rose through the ranks. MSNBC named him one of the hosts of Morning Joe in 2007. And just recently, Geist started hosting the Today Show's 9 a.m. hour with Al Roker and Natalie Morales. Those are just a few of the reasons Vanderbilt honored him as an inductee in the Student Media Hall of Fame. Geist says his Vanderbilt education helped lay the foundation for his success.
What Vanderbilt did have was an incredibly broad liberal arts education. I'm glad actually I didn't take a journalism or a communications path because I was a political science major. I studied politics, I studied history, I studied language, I studied literature, which for me, having that broad-based education is all I needed.
All right, what was your first job in media after college and what was it like?
First job after college was at CNN Sports Illustrated, which was
And it's that message he gave to the students at Vanderbilt TV. Your Vanderbilt education will serve you well.
We're excited to have Willie for a lot of We are. Willie, we love you. We can't wait for you to get started.
For VUCast, I'm Anne-Marie Owens.
See all the members of Vanderbilt's Student Media Hall of Fame on vandymedia.org. Where are the Commodores going? You know it, they're going bowling. Follow all the latest action on Vanderbilt Bowl Central. There you'll find info on ticket and travel packages, student and fan events, and see the best stories on the doors. For VUCast, I'm Amy Wolf.